Hey, yo, hey. Just real quick, some people wanted to know just a couple of little quick things about me. I always get asked this question, like, why are you so strong? Like, why are you so strong? Why are you so positive? Why are you so motivating? When you go through a lot, you learn how to be a strong person. You learn. You definitely learn how to be a strong person. Um, but today, I'm going to tell you what made me as strong as I am today. Grief. Yes, grief. That's what made me realize the importance of who I am and how strong I really am is losing my father. You never realize how real death is until you lose someone that is bone of your bone, flesh of your flesh, which is like your parent. And thank God my mama is still here and I love her. I talk to her every single day. It's my bestie. Tell her everything, you know. Um, but grief, grief. Um, my father had been sick for a while. I had moved away and left everything to come take care of my father, help my mom take care of him twice. The second round, I actually just stayed to just help take care of everything. And the blessing is that in that is, I not only took care of my father, but I took care of my mother at the same time. My father was struggling with COPD and kidney issues from a previous double bypass surgery that he had, and having COPD from being a smoker and working at John Deere's back in the 70s when there were no ventilation systems. So that tells you a lot. Um, and then my mom, who ended up suffering from two strokes, eight brain bleeds, and two aneurysms. So he's sick, and I was already cooking and washing clothes and taking care of him to help my mom. And we would tag team it, but it went down to me taking care of him by myself, and then me driving back and forth to Iowa City for a month and a half straight with my little boy. So not only am I a caretaker for my dad, I became a caretaker for my mother, and I'm already a single mom. My son is in school, and I am a full-time employee because I still got to take care of my responsibility as a parent. You know, every day I was on that highway. I only missed 3 days of seeing my mom, and that is because I had foot surgery. First day, foot surgery. Second day, foot elevated. Third day, outside up underneath my car, putting a battery in it because it was 20 below and my battery was dead. So I had to get a battery. Put the battery in my car so I can go see my mama. My grandmother did travel a lot with me to go see my mom daily. Um, so I watched my mom go through a surgery to relieve those aneurysms. One was shocked and relieved, and the other one disappeared. Glory to God. I watched her go through a chemotherapy type of surgery. It's like a radio chemotherapy surgery where they screw the cage in on your head, and you don't get to get put to sleep with that. So they screwed this in all the way to her into her skull while she was awake. That was a 13-hour process. Thank God I had some cousins that were like, "I'm gonna go check on Unc and make sure he cool." Um, and still at the same time, I am a full-time mom. I am taking care of my dad and I am taking care of my mom at the same time. She seems to be getting better. Still having to take care of her because strokes will cause you to have some memory loss. Um, my father's getting sicker. We found out he was in the final stages of COPD, highest level of oxygen. We didn't know when, but we just knew it was going to happen. So what ends up happening is it got so bad to the point where my mom's like, I'm trying to take care of your dad and he's getting worse. Um, but my dad had already said, if I go back in, I'm not coming back out. I already know what the fate is. Ended up happening. He ended up having to get a artery surgery to remove a blockage going into the back of his brain. That went successful, and he started having issues with his kidneys. And then a week later, he passed away on July 1st. Crazy part is July 1st is when he had his first surgery and was on life support in 2010. And July 1st is the day he passed away in 2018. Um, I say all of this to say, instead of everything that I went through, I did not allow for it to make me crazy. I thought I was losing my mind because I was holding it all together, holding everything back in, not crying, not releasing anything, not even getting anything off my chest or getting anything out of my heart. I ended up getting therapy and I got help for it. I realized that I had been so strong for everybody else that I had never had to take an opportunity to be strong for myself. Telling someone that you love goodbye, it sucks. Especially being the person to make the decision on continuous resuscitation, even though there's nothing else that they can do. Sucks. For a long time, I beat myself up because I thought I killed my dad. And I know I didn't. But the thought of what if he had made it goes through your head. Knowing that he wouldn't have never made it is the reality. Nothing makes you stronger than having to juggle life and deal with grief. Juggling both of my parents and being a full-time mom at the same time is one of the hardest obstacles I've ever had to face in my whole entire life. Do I regret it? No. Would I do it again? Yes. So when people ask me, why are you so positive? It's because I done went through so much and I done made it out of so much to the point where I don't know what else to do but to be positive. When people ask me, why do you like to motivate people so much? That is because when I was down and out and I needed some motivation, I didn't have nobody but God and myself. I literally was looking at myself in the mirror telling myself, no, you're not going to give up today. Nope. You're not going to quit. You're going to keep on pushing. You're going to keep on going. You're going to pray and you're going to keep on pushing. Do I still cry and have moments where I miss my father dearly? Oh my God, yes. Everything that I'm doing in my life right now, and I'm becoming more successful, and I'm accomplishing things like graduating from college and building my home and watching my son be who he is today and accomplishing the things, starting my small business, all these different things. I cry. I still shed a tear. I'm getting emotional now because I'm like, I wish he was here to see it all. Because he always said, you're going to do it. You're going to be great. I still cry. I say all of this to say, the things that you go through in your life are not meant to make you fail. The things you go through in your life are not meant to put a roadblock on you. The things you go through in your life are not meant to stop you from making it. The things you go through in your life are meant for you to gain wisdom, to become stronger, and to encourage somebody else. Your test is the testimony that somebody else needs to get out of what they're in. And no, your struggle may not be mine. And you may not ever have to go through what I went through. But through my grief, through all that struggle, through all that trauma, through all those things that I went through, that is why I am who I am today, because it made me stronger. So yes, grief made me stronger. Grief helped me heal, and grief helped me realize how strong I truly am. Don't settle in it. You don't have to die with it, but you can continue to grow with it. Love you.